Welcome back to another video on DC Future States, and today we're checking out Immortal Wonder Woman #1. Guys, this is a huge issue set at the end of time, the end of everything. What is going on with Wonder Woman? Well, we're going to find out today as we dive into this issue. We begin at the end of time. Wonder Woman arrives in a cave. The Bat Cave. She looks at the cases holding the Batman and Robin suits. Batman's spirit comes behind Diana. Batman says, "I have no regrets, Diana. I know exactly how my story would end." Batman explains that he played the game to save Gotham, but it led to something worse. Diana says, "Bruce, you love this city." Batman responds, "I did. To most, Gotham was a corrupt dump. But I never gave up on it. I don't believe there are lost causes, Diana. There's still time. You're critical to the future." Diana says, "I'm struggling to even imagine a future at this point, Bruce." Batman tells Diana to keep searching for goodness. He says, "If there's a single drop of goodness left, it's worth fighting for. You've always been our hearts. And that is what's most wonderful about you." Diana tears up. Diana takes the utility belts of Batman, flies out of the cave. Diana prepares. Earth is dying. The end of everything is coming. Diana looks in the sky. She sees a star that flashes bright. It's a warning. Diana leaves to warn the others. We shift to Apokolips. Big Barda tells Darkseid that New Genesis is gone. Apokolips is next. Darkseid has to do something. He can't just sit on his throne. Darkseid says, "The fates of New Genesis are of little concern to me." Orion walks in and says, "We must stand as one if we are to survive this." Darkseid responds, "Apokolips was never meant to last forever." Orion shouts, "It's already here." Then we see these dark shadowed creatures show up. Orion says, "Father, join us." Big Barda attacks these shadow demons. Orion says to Darkseid, "You would not just let us die, right?" Darkseid responds, "I would let you meet your end on your own terms." Orion and Big Barda are then killed by these shadow demons. Darkseid abandons them, takes off into space. He watches Apokolips get destroyed. He says, "Interesting. This is the anti-life equation. The undoing of life itself." We shift to Diana arriving on Themyscira. Diana tells Swamp Thing to hold on. She'll convince the others to find a new place. The green will thrive again. Swamp Thing is dying. He tells Diana that he'll try to hold on as long as he can. Diana flies off saying, "I won't be long." Diana arrives to see her fellow Amazons beginning a council of war. They have banded together to fight off against the shadow demons on Themyscira. They will die in honor. They will die on their own terms. Diana disagrees with their plan. She thinks they should go to a new world. They need to survive. If they die, that means the end of everything. Diana tries to convince her sisters to move to a new world. They decide to fight till they die. They shout, "We are Amazons for Themyscira." Diana puts her head down. We shift to Darkseid heading to Earth. He sees all the shadow demons. He wonders who survived. He sees Superman off in the distance. He says, "I should have known." Darkseid and Superman fall toward Themyscira as they clash. The Amazons ask Diana if she'll join forces with them for one last time. Diana says, "Whatever the threat is, I stand at your side always. Sisters, stand ready." Wonder Woman rallies the Amazons. She says, "We must protect Swamp Thing. We stand now for everything we've ever loved, for our past, for the falling, for the future. As we breathe, we fight. Fate be damned." Darkseid throws Superman to the earth. You hear a loud crackboom. The earth is almost dead. Wonder Woman shows up ready. Darkseid stands over an older Superman saying, This is all that remains? You would die for this?" Darkseid lifts up his arms, ready to give Superman the killing blow. He says, "This is truly the end of days." Diana stops Darkseid with her lasso of truth. Diana starts beating on Darkseid. She kicks him to the ground. Superman gets up and says, "Diana." Diana responds, "I've got this, Clark." Diana punches at Darkseid, but Darkseid catches her fist. Darkseid taunts Diana, then punches her back. Crack. Diana crashes into Swamp Thing. His tree splits in half. The Amazons arrive and try to kill Darkseid, but Darkseid disintegrates them with his Omega beams. Skulls lay on the ground. Superman shouts, "Monster!" Darkseid responds, "One of several names I go by." Superman says, "It's time to finish this." Darkseid and Superman clash once again. Darkseid holds Superman up by the neck. Meanwhile, Swamp Thing wakes up Diana. Swamp Thing then dies. Diana cries. She touches the dead bark of Swamp Thing and says, "Your death won't be in vain, old friends. That's I promise you." And that's how we end Future State's Immortal Wonder Woman #1. Now, heading into Future State Nubia, we begin in Atlanta at a museum. Grell, the daughter of Darkseid, stands over a cop. She gets her sword ready to kill the female police officer. She goes to attack, but that's when Nubia shows up and protects the police officer. Grell is surprised to see Nubia. She thought Nubia abandoned Earth. Nubia and Grell fight. Nubia gets the upper hand. Grell holds a powerful artifact that she grabbed from the museum. Nubia tells Grell to return it. Grell refuses. Grell says, "So, the rumors are true. The Wonder Woman is no more. Queen Diana is dead." Nubia states, "My sister and I are not exactly speaking right now, and I am Wonder Woman." Nubia and Grell fight each other. They both exchange formidable blows. The artifact falls to the ground. Grell and Nubia go to grab it first. Nubia gets a hold of the artifact, but it gives her a massive headache. All she sees is death and destruction. She also sees her aunt Nancy. She falls to the ground. Grell goes to kill her, but an aura surrounds Nubia. Grell is blasted back by the aura. Grell says, "It seems my desires will have to wait for now. See you soon, princess." Grell leaves through a portal. Nubia wakes up. She wonders what happened. She stands up with a massive headache. Nubia heads to the Ebony Web, a club. She cuts the line. The Minotaur security guard, Maurice, lets her in. Nubia walks through the club. Nubia goes to the back of the club and arrives at the office of her aunt, Nancy. Nubia tells her aunt about a series of thefts from various museums. Aunt Nancy doesn't know anything about the cases. Nubia asks how her aunt is doing. Aunt Nancy says, "I'm bored, out of my mind. The club has been so slow." Nancy asks Nubia how she's doing. Nubia reveals that she hasn't been to Themyscira in a long time. She took up the charge as Wonder Woman. She must stay in man's world. Nubia tells Nancy about her failed attempt at stopping Grell. Nubia also mentions that she saw Aunt Nancy in a vision when she grabbed the artifacts. Nubia asks Nancy, "Do you have anything to do with these thefts?" Aunt Nancy responds saying she does, but not in the way Nubia thinks. Nubia makes a deal to pay for her aunt's information. Nubia isn't very happy about the deal. Aunt Nancy reveals that long ago herself and other sorcerers looked out into the realms between space. They found ancient evils looking to get into reality. One of the forces showed up that day. Nancy and her fellow sorcerers couldn't break the spell. They tried fighting the evil. Eventually, they broke the artifact they were using into separate pieces. The evil went away. Nancy then scattered the pieces across the globe. But Immortals are now digging up the artifacts, causing trouble. Nubia says, "I've got to stop Grell. She wants to use the artifacts for something bad. How many artifacts did you hide?" Nancy responds, 9. "How many have come up missing?" Nubia responds, 8. "There's only one left." Nubia says, "You know where the last artifact is, don't you?" Nancy says, "It's safe." That's when Nubia and Nancy hear a rumble. That's when a portal shows up and pulls Nubia into it. Nubia disappears. Nancy is shot. But she then gets her drink and sits down in her chair. And that'll be the end of this chapter. So that was Future State's Immortal Wonder Woman #1. And the main story was written by Becky Cloonan and Michael W. Conrad, and the art was by Jan Bartel. Now, first off, the artwork looked amazing. It looked really good. It looked phenomenal, guys. The artwork I was just so surprised by. It's some of the best artwork I've seen in a long time. Like, guys, like the atmosphere, the settings, the facial expressions, like the artwork really gets me invested in the world. Also, the big action sequences look super epic. Like, they looked really dope. And the final scene with Darkseid and Superman just got me so hyped, and the art really sold it. So yeah, the artwork was really good throughout the story with all the details, the character designs. Like, I could praise this artwork for so long. So yeah, if you don't like the story of this issue, at least buy the issue for the artwork, because this artist, Jen Bartel, put a lot of time in making this artwork look phenomenal. Now, the story I actually really like. The opening scene with, like, Diana talking with the dead Batman, his soul, and then she takes the utility belt. Like, it's a really nice scene, a very emotional moment, and starts out the story with a bang. And then seeing Darkseid go up against, like, Superman. Well, actually, no. Darkseid abandons Apokolips first. You see Apokolips get destroyed by the Shadow Demons, which these Shadow Demons I don't really care about. Like, I could care less. They're just another threat, but I feel like Darkseid makes it interesting. Darkseid's amazing in the story. He's so good. Guys, Darkseid's abandoning Apokolips, then going up and being like, wow. Then going up and being like, wow, this is interesting. It's cool to see Apokolips get destroyed. And then him go to Earth and then clash with Superman. Like, that was so epic. I got so hyped, guys. I got so excited. And it's just so cool. Like, seeing them clash and stuff, and see Superman get beat up, and Darkseid just really show how much of a villain he is as he's just destroying stuff. And the one scene where he destroys the Amazons with Omega Beams was wow. Like, just wow. Like, how they did that, it was very dark, alright? But the end of the issue, seeing Swamp Thing die, he's gone, all hope is lost, Superman's being held by Darkseid, Diana doesn't know what to do. It really raised the stakes and gets me hyped for the next issue. I know I've said the word hype a lot, but that's basically what this issue is. It's a lot of hype and a lot of setup, and yeah, check it out, guys. Like, this story's just done so well. Like, I don't think it really fits with Future State. Really, like, it could be its own story. Like, if this wasn't in Future State, it would still stand alone. Like, if you pick up this story years later, say it doesn't have, like, the Future State imprint on it won't matter. It doesn't really connect. It's just its own story, which is good and bad. Bad for the event of Future State, but really good for the story. Now, guys, the backup tale about Nubia. I really like seeing Grell back. I always think that Grell, the daughter of Darkseid, is an underrated character. I really like her character, and seeing her here was really cool. But Nubia herself, I actually really like Nubia. She's not my favorite character, but she was likable in this backup story. But the problem with the backup story was, it was very set up, alright? Like, there was not much that happened. Yes, we saw an action sequence, but it really got interesting toward the end of the issue, or the end of the story. So yeah, I'm excited for the next chapter in Nubia's story, but this chapter 1 was just decent. But yeah, I guess overall this issue was solid throughout. It was pretty great. I thought it was stellar, and that's why I'm going to give Immortal Wonder Woman #1 an 8.5 out of 10. I recommend it, guys. Pick this up, mostly for the artwork, but the story is pretty great as well. So yeah, guys, tell me your thoughts on this issue down below. What was your favorite parts? What are your theories for next issue? And if you like the video, give a big thumbs up, new channel, make sure to subscribe to the notification bell so you don't miss out on my next Future State video. And yeah, guys, thanks for watching, and peace out.